Ladies and gentlemen, we are in a much different time. 10 years ago, the MCU was looked at as a franchise that couldn't be stopped, especially with their recent release of Guardians of the Galaxy, that had fans hyped to see these movies go in a direction that simply hadn't been done before. You can look over the horizon and see greatness in the future. This was called hype. This was a time where it was okay to be excited, okay to be passionate, and most of all, okay to be united as a fandom. 'Twas a time of peace and tranquility, but oh boy, we are not there anymore. Oh yeah, now it's either you meet right the MCU till Kingdom Come, thinking that everything they put out is a 10 out of 10, or you just hate everything, saying it's all trash, even when a banger is released here and there. If you have either one of these ideologies, I need you to come with me real quick. You see that, buddy? That's some grass. Pull a handful for me. I'm a firm believer that the MCU isn't dead at all. They are definitely at a low point, but nothing that they can't come back from. I mean, the numbers show it, and if it was truly dead, Disney would just pull a Warner Brothers and hit the reset button. But something else has occurred. Something unforeseen. Robert Downey Jr. has returned to the MCU and was casted by the Russo brothers to be Doctor Doom in the upcoming Avengers Doomsday movie. Talk about an out-of-the-blue surprise. Now, I remember watching this and actually applauding this choice. I trust the Russo brothers with anything at this point because they directed 3 of my favorite MCU movies, those being Captain America the Winter Soldier, Avengers Infinity War, and Avengers Endgame. So if anybody has the sauce, it's them. And let's not forget, Robert Downey Jr. was the one person to bring this buckethead to A-list status. He was the main character of the Infinity Saga, so if anyone can make Doom a big deal, I believe he has what it takes. But this situation is one where we have to wait and see in order to be sure if this was a right choice or not. If you're skeptical about this, I understand, mostly due to the MCU's inconsistent track record. Even some of my friends have pointed this out as being a make or break type of situation, which is true, but it's the people that don't even want to waste their time. The ones that say that Marvel was going to ruin Iron Man. Hell, there are some smart people that wonder how the guy that plays Iron Man can play another character. Come on, man. This is the multiverse saga. Stuff like this is kind of what I was expecting when this was announced. In my opinion, this saga was supposed to be fun. And yeah, Marvel Studios kept it just a little bit boring, but I find it enjoyable when they fully embrace the idea of the multiverse. Wolverine is a perfect example of this. Without getting into spoilers, Logan died. To make sure that the events of Logan didn't get ruined, they brought a different variant of Wolverine, which is the one that we see in the film. And the reason why this even works is due to how the character is written. He isn't completely changed, but is different enough to separate the two from one another. So if the director of Deadpool and Wolverine can understand this, then I fully believe that the Russo brothers can definitely pull this off. Now for the big question, is Marvel desperate? Yes. Of course they are. Comparing their status from then to now is almost night and day. It's no secret that the corporate mouse has sucked the passion out of these movies. The oomph that they once had is almost gone completely. It pops up here and there, but it's not consistent, which is the main reason why some fans will say that the MCU is dead. The fans have made a loud enough noise to wake them up and hit that red button. I do not believe for a second that this was their original plan or even plan B. Remember, Kang was their big bad and they can't use him no more. So who else do you call to fix this situation than the people who played a role in bringing this franchise to its peak in the first place? Surely they can fix all of this, right? I know a lot of fanboys are highly upset, mostly due to the popular fan cast of Cillian Murphy not coming true. I, for one, love this idea, but I gotta burst our bubble of dreams here and say that Cillian Murphy does not need to be in the MCU. He has made a name for himself outside the superhero genre for the most part. As far as I know, he has only played one supervillain and hasn't done one since. I'm gonna make this very clear. He can do a mean Dr. Doom, however, in this situation, it wouldn't even make sense for him to want this role, mostly due to this variant of Doom probably only sticking around until Secret Wars. If we get a Dr. Doom after that, maybe, but I know damn well he wouldn't sign off on this now. Maybe next time, true believers. So with the RDJ casting, I have a firm belief that they are planning to merge two storylines together in order to make this work. Remember, this was a last minute decision, and with the Russo brothers being massive nerds, I feel like it would be dumb if they ignored one of these, that being Iron Man Demon in an armor. I'm not gonna spoil the story too much, however, this takes place in the What If line of stories. Instead of Reed and Doom meeting in college, it was Stark and Doom instead. Dr. Doom, being jealous of Tony Stark's intelligence and fame, he decided to switch bodies with him and take some of his intelligence. The reason why they should do this instead of just going with an alternate version of Tony that's evil is because we as the fans have noticed a lot of writers and directors making some of these movies and not really knowing the source material. They don't really make the effort in understanding the characters to their core. This would show some good effort. Now, the second story is Jonathan Hickman's run on Fantastic Four, Avengers, and New Avengers. We kinda already knew this with Doctor Strange and the Multiverse of Madness adding the incursions into the fold. But what was so great about the story was the build-up to Secret Wars. This took 7 years to do, and Avengers Secret Wars is 3 years away, so they have to be on straight gas to have this done right. And to do so, they have to capture what makes Doctor Doom one of the best villains in fiction. You see, I don't want a Doctor Doom that's just arrogant. I want a Doctor Doom that is resourceful. He is always after some source of power and is a mortal who understands the powers of gods, or at least knows how to use them. With this, they have to showcase why he is able to fight anyone and everyone at any time. No doubt that RDJ can pull off the lines of Doctor Doom, but it's up to the Russo brothers to make sure his actions are perfect, because in Doctor Doom's eyes, he can do no wrong. There is only Doom after all. Now, I know a concept photo has been shown as to what he may look like, and a lot of people hated it, but honestly, I think it reminds me of the infamous Iron Man run, which makes sense in this regard. Now, I'm pretty certain that he will don the classic armor he is known for, so I would just say wait and see for this as well, but it's not as bad as people are making it. It's not that serious. What we should be worrying about is the script. Dr. Doom's dialogue is the most important thing about him. Everything he says has some sort of purpose. I need the Thanos treatment here. One of the best things about Thanos was his lines. His first sentence in Infinity War is one of the best moments of the film. Dr. Doom needs this. Now he is expected to be in the new Fantastic Four movie with a minor role, but fans want to be convinced he's the big bad in a major way. So with his debut, Marvel has to imbue us with the hype to see him in the future. Make us excited and obsessed to know what his next move is. I don't know if he will be in more projects, so you got 3 movies to have me sold. Am I skeptical on this choice? Yes. This was a very last minute decision. However, I am willing to see these guys attempt to not only make a character that I hold dear into one of the greats, but also bring a franchise back to fans' hearts. I have a firm belief that if these guys had doubt in any way that what they were doing would be bad, they wouldn't put their reputation on the line like this. Just like what RDJ said, new mask, same task. All we can do now is wait. So what do you guys think? Will the Russo brothers and Robert Downey Jr. make the biggest comeback we have ever seen on film? Let me know down in the comment section below. I'll catch you guys later. Peace.